You are watching Kit Kabinet, and this is the inbox review of the MPM CW-21 in 1/72nd scale. Okay, now here we have another very rare bird from MPM. It's probably as tricky to get as the Fokker G1. The Curtiss-Wright CW-21B. Unfortunately, there aren't many alternatives to just getting one second hand. Well, this is probably the most viable option if you can find it. So here are the sprues. Let's have a closer look at the transparency. The canopy. Well, it's nice and thin. There's some distortion, however. You might want to try and make a vac form canopy yourself, but I don't think I'm going to bother. It looks okay enough. Yes, this kit has all the quirks of a short run kit, as you will see. Let's look here. The parts are okay, but don't expect some really fine detail here. The undercarriage legs look quite clunky. But a lot of detail, especially for these cockpit parts and everything, a lot of detail is added with PE parts, so it doesn't look too bad, but typical for a short run kit. My model had a part of the undercarriage door removed already. It's missing. I bought this one second hand. As I said, this one's quite tricky to come by nowadays. And here's the main sprue. It's got nice recessed panel lining, so that's okay. Engine looks a bit... The engine isn't very detailed. It's passable, maybe. Wheels okay-ish. Apparently there are some shape and fitting issues with mainly with the fuselage, and you can like try to correct them, which will make this kit quite challenging, but not impossible. And well, this is the only option you've got. So, but for example, the engine. The engine is very big relative to the rest of the fuselage, so the fuselage is very thin, very rounded, but you can hardly see that here, that it's got like this really pumped up engine for such a small plane. And then the fuselage would have to have a small indenture here, very noticeable here, just after the cowling, and it isn't present. And there's some other minor shape issues. Well, you could correct that to get a really nice, perfect looking kit, but that's up to you if you can get hold of this kit at all. I was lucky to get this one for 15 euros, which was about the retail price at the time when it was released. The decals, one for a Dutch version and one for a captured Japanese version. And I don't know if you can see it properly. Well, all the numbers are included, so you could basically make every CW-21B that flew with the Dutch East Indies Air Force The pilots' names were written below the canopy, but it has a spelling error. This one says Hermann in more like in a German style with double N, whereas it should be Hermans in the Dutch style. And there was supposed to be a correcting decal for that, but since I got this second hand, apparently it went missing. There's an opening here in the decal back and probably fell out there or something. And now you can also see the stickers for the instrument panel, the PE instrument panel. Let's have a look here. These are the photo etched parts, and these basically make up the nicer, the finer detail in this kit, like seat belts and interior ribbing. And there's even a small gun sight. The only thing is that it's a bit unclear where this gun sight goes. Apparently it's not on the outside, as you see with many of these ring and bead sights. It's not on the outside on the cowling, and it was possibly mounted from the top frame of the windshield, but even that is unclear. So if you know where the gun sight is supposed to know, let me know in the comments. There's very little information to be found on this plane, so every piece is welcome. The instructions in Czech, because it's from Czech Republic, but luckily also in English, German and French. Your sprue map with everything. It basically builds like a very old style simple kit. It's just that the subject is so rare that it makes this plane so interesting. Color schemes, yeah. The color indications are wrong, by the way. The underside is supposed to be aluminium colored and not light grey. And the upper sides had a different pattern, a different camo pattern. And it wasn't olive green dark earth. It was more like medium green and olive drab. So different colors, look it up. And the Japanese version, I don't know what they, which colors they applied to the plane. So there you have it, another very rare plane from MPN. If you can get hold of it, and if you are interested in Dutch planes from the Second World War, by all means try and get it. Thank you for your time, and until the next video.